Hello. I'm Sally, your host. Welcome to the third board, my master's chess channel. In this video, I will show you the conclusion of the game played between Paul Keres and Mikhail Botvinnik in 1941. If you have not watched part 1, I recommend you watch it first. Just click the link above. So, let's continue the game. As we watched in the last video, in this position, Paul Keres had white and played bishop to d3. Did you find the best reply for black? In this position Mikhail Botvinnik plays queen to d7. Black threatens a discovery check, winning the white queen. White's next move is forced. King to b1. The game continues with bishop takes on d3 check. Rook takes on d3. Queen to f5. Pinning the rook. e4. Knight takes on e4. King to a1. To escape the pin. Black castles king's side. If black played knight to c5, white would have played rook to e3 check, and saved the rook. White plays rook to d1. Keres probably did this move to protect the first rank from the threat of mate with rook to c1. However, in this position, instead of rook to d1, Stockfish suggests for white, rook to f3, sacrificing the exchange, and decreasing the pressure of black's attack. In this case, the game could have continued with knight to d4. The black queen cannot be taken by the f3 rook now, because of the threat of mate with rook to c1. Knight to e2. Knight takes on f3. G takes on f3. Queen takes on f3. And black position would be better. If instead of rook to d1, white played rook to e3, we could have knight to d4. Knight to f3. Knight to c2 check. King to b1. Knight takes on e3. And black would still have advantage. Let's return to the game. After white's rook to d1, we have reached another interesting position of the game. You can see that black has the initiative, and his position is clearly better. What is the best move in this position to continue the attack? What would you play if you were Botvinnik? Black's next move is not a spectacular one, but I think it is a beautiful move nonetheless. If you wish, pause the video and try to find black's next move. In this position Botvinnik plays b5. Sacrificing the pawn. The game continues with queen takes on b5. Taking the pawn is the best move here, even on Stockfish opinion. Alternatives are queen takes the knight on e4, or queen to c2, but according to the engine, both lead to even worse evaluations for white. Black plays knight to d4. Thanks to the pawn's sacrifice, the knight can occupy the d4 square, which was protected by the queen before. Botvinnik also advanced his knight with tempo, because at the same time he attacks the white queen. Remember that the rook on d1 cannot leave the first rank, because of the threat of mate on c1. The game continues with queen to d3. Knight to c2 check. King to b1. Knight to b4. And black threatens the white queen again. But the situation is now much more critical. Note that if the white queen moves, black will do a discovered check, followed by mate. For example, if white were to move the queen to a3, the game would continue with knight to d2 check, king to a1, and knight to c2, mate. If white moved the queen to e3, we would have knight to d2 check, king to a1, and knight to c2, mate again. And even if white moved the queen to e2, in order to protect the c2 square from the knight, black would do the same move. Knight to d2 check, blocking the white queen, king to a1, and knight to c2, mate. According to Stockfish, after knight to b4, black's advantage is overwhelming. For the engine, if white wanted to continue the game, the best move now would be knight to f3, or knight to e2, and forget the queen. But, since he didn't think it was worth continuing in this position, Keres resigned. Did you like this game? It was an interesting game, don't you agree? In addition to the b5 move, I also admired how well Botvinnik maneuvered his knights in the end. If you want notifications of more content like this, please subscribe to this channel. My master and I wish good luck in your chess. Thank you, and see you again. Goodbye.